Happy Saturday. Well, y'all ain't gonna see this on Saturday, my bad. It's Saturday. It's maintenance day, and I'm just waiting on my ex to come get my daughter before I run these errands. I gotta do her Valentine's Day shopping, so she can't be with me. She can't see that. And I'm like, I should just record while I'm waiting because he be taking his sweet time. Oh, y'all like the video before we get into it. Leave anything in the comments. Make sure you leave a chicken, you notice our thing, and you are subscribed for when I post. Girl, my mind all over the place, but let's just get into this one. Fast forward to this one weekend. I go out with my friend, y'all, okay, I'm gonna give people a name because I ain't trying to give too much away. I ended up not even using the names, so don't even worry about the names. I'm just gonna call my friend my friend. Yeah, so we went out. It was like 4 of us, right? And we was going to Nameless by Nomad. It was somebody's birthday, and we was going out for their birthday celebration. Everything was cool, but you could tell the vibes was off because before that, which this is another story, so I'm not gonna include the drama in this story time. I'm gonna wait. Not out of respect, but I'm gonna wait. Out of respect for some people. The birthday girl had a section. We get up in there, it's lit. Like I said, man, we had such a good night. And mind you, I think I was posting a little bit this night, but I was still kind of, you know, on my fake hiatus. So I was recording because one thing I am gonna do when I'm drunk is pick up that phone and shove it in everybody's face with the flash on and everything. So I was recording. We had so much fun. Like I felt like, ooh, everything was cool. Girl, my thing was about to fall. I'm recording, I'm vlogging because I was also vlogging at the time. And I don't know what I forgot what I titled that vlog, but it was basically the vlog where we went to this girl's birthday at Nomad. We went to like Taste Bar and Kitchen and this, that, and third. Like it was like it was a minute ago. It was a minute ago. But I'm gonna put in my outfit because I put my outfit in the thumbnail. So you can go back and search my vlogs and then match up the outfit. Because honestly, I'm not even trying to give too much away. Because certain people is in it that I just don't mess with. I feel like I'll put a few clips of this in a different story time. I don't know if it was under membership or wherever, but I feel like I talked about this before. Not all of this, but me going out to Nameless that one night. So yeah, we up in there. I meet these dudes. These dudes come up and talk to us. And I'm like, whole time I'm wondering like, who these dudes over here for? Like who they for? Because they was steady talking to us. Whole time they sitting down like in the section. So I'm like, initially I'm thinking it's somebody man, but I know. So the dude that wanted to talk to me, I'm gonna call him Chief Keef because he looked like Chief Keef. He might have told me his name was something. I mean, he definitely told me his name was something else. But I'm gonna rename you every time, okay? So he looked like Chief Keef. That's your name today. If he would have looked like Shoestring, I would have named him Shoestrings. He would have looked like Rasta Pasta. That's what his name was gonna be, okay? I don't know. But yeah, so he talking to me. He telling me that they're going to an after hours after that because I feel like we had popped out super late. It was probably like 11 or 12 no, I think it was 12 when we got there. We popped up at 11 and then we got there at like 12. So girl, we only got like 2 good hours. We just got there super late basically. But we lived it up for them 2 hours. Nobody was trying to go back inside. So, you know, Houston got a lot of good after hours. Really, I feel like they only got like good mood, bad habits in 27. So he was like, they go in a good mood, which is like, more so like Caribbean type of, you know, and that's what he was. So it really wasn't nothing else to do. I mean, we could have went to Double Apple, but I feel like we always go to Double Apple. So we was like, all right, let's just go here with this dude. So he gave me his number. He texted me the address and I'm like, all right, bet I'm gonna pull up. Actually, I feel like we followed them there. So we pull up with the same people, even the person that the drama was with, like the uneasiness was with, right? I'm gonna say drama aside, this night was still a good night. Like some stuff was off, don't get me wrong, and I'll peep because I knew the situation. Like it's not like I was looking for it, but I was just on high alert with this person. So some stuff was off and the girl was being weird, but I feel like aside from that, everything else was cool. So we leaving bad habits. What did I say? Good mood, bad? Which good mood? One of them. We leaving that place and I meet this other dude. I'm gonna call him. Oh, y'all know what? I showed this boy picture and I told y'all his real. Oh no, I told the membership his real name. I'm gonna just call him 6'3" because he looked to be around 6'3". And you 6'3", baby, you taller than me. So he get my number after the club. Beard goggles must have been strong because I'm thinking, oh, he's fine as fuck. He's so fine. Like, he gonna be mine. And he tall and he fine. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So, y'all, take this food number down. This is the night, I used to get on Instagram Live just sporadically. So, this night, we was in the parking lot. So, we was all in the car. And I was on live. And I was telling y'all about, like, what just happened, like our night basically. I was talking about the dude because all the time I'm thinking he kind of fine. My friend. It's like, nah, red flag number one, he didn't even walk you to the car, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, oh, it's red flags. I'm glad you got my 6 because I wasn't even paying attention. Back up a little bit because Chief Keef had got us into his section at the after hours. I'm talking about they brought out a whole nother bottle. Mind you, after hours closed at what, 5? They bring out I was gonna say they bring out the after hours. They brought out the bottle at like 4:45. Who finna down this whole bottle in 15 minutes? So, boy, by that time I was done for. I couldn't take not another shot. So, mind you, I'm sitting down. I was kind of dancing on him a little bit, but I'm spinning. Like, even talking about it, just remember like how toe up I was. So I'm like, yeah, I just need to go get some food. Like, I can't do this. So we ended up leaving. That's when I met 6'3", and we was just sitting in the car on live. And matter of fact, did we have food in the car? Because I swear, when I just get on Instagram live all sporadic like that, I usually be tearing up my food in the car. Because baby, I'm gonna sit in this parking lot until I'm cool. So we sat there for like an hour on live, and I could tell the girl that it was drama with, I could tell like she was irritated. But it's like, you could have drove your little toy car here. Hello? You got a car. We didn't have to ride together, especially when I found out how much stuff you was talking. You could have drove yourself here. Period. So you just back there with an attitude for what? Everybody cooling but her. Like, everybody laughing, talking, this, that, and the third. Dudes had actually came up to our window talking to us. So when we were sitting in the car, more dudes came up to my car, and I rolled the window down and we talking to them. So that made the time go by even faster. But yeah, we were sitting there for a cool minute, right? And I'm just like, I'm just hearing like slick little. Every time I glance back there, like talking to the other person back there, it was just something like little subtleties. And I'm like, girl, you can walk. You can always walk. You can always Uber. You could call that Lyft. Nah. Fast forward to the next day. I was going to say the next weekend. Fast forward to the next day. We had plans to go to brunch because on this weekend, instead of going out like Friday, Saturday, I went out Saturday, Sunday because my daughter didn't have school on Monday. So, I just basically kind of switched days. So, Sunday, fun day, right? So, yeah, he had hit me up. I feel like I said 6'2", but I feel like he was a cool 6'3". He was tall. So, 6'3", and Chief Keef was hitting me up, right? So, I'm texting him. 6'3" started FaceTiming me out of nowhere. Whole time I'm getting ready to go to brunch. Like, I'm physically on the phone. First of all, I'm on the phone, then I'm getting ready. And I'm vlogging. Like, girl, boy, I'm not finna answer this phone. And you ain't make no appointment. So after he called me, matter of fact, he called me twice. He FaceTimed me 2 times. Then he ended up texting me after, y'all. He texted me. It was like a headshot picture, which I showed y'all already. If you seen that one story time, I showed y'all his picture. Like, briefly, it was like a flash. I guess I'll flash in this one too. He was like, hey, this 6'3". It was dope meeting you, T. Da 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 da. So, bitch. Oh, God. I saw that picture. Oh, what was wrong with me? Fix it, Jesus, fix it, Jesus, fix it, Jesus. What was wrong? Girl, blinded by the height. I don't think I could see all the way up there. Like, he was pretty tall. And maybe my bitch, my eyes don't go that far. Maybe I'm farsighted, nearsighted, whichever one that don't make you see our long distances. Because I'm calling Neve. You done catfished me. Cause what? Fast forward, I'm in the car like running errands and stuff with my friend, and that's when I texted him back because he asked me what I was doing that day. So I texted him back and I was like, yeah, I'm finna go to brunch with my friend, this, that, and the third. So he FaceTiming me again. Why do you think you could keep FaceTiming me without an appointment? But we in the car, so I'm like, I'm gonna just answer it. So when I answered, I'm holding the phone up to like the ceiling like this because it's like, y'all look cute, but I don't know. I don't FaceTime people for real. I really don't like how I be looking on that camera. We're gonna keep it all the way 100. Like, I be looking big-faced, okay? So I did that, and then when he seen I did that, he started doing that too, and I'm like, boy, you petty as hell because you going tea for tatty, and you don't even know the reason I'm doing this. Like, I'm not trying to be petty. I just really don't be liking how I look. He asking me where we going to brunch at and stuff, and I'm like, oh, we going to the address. And he was like, oh, I'm going to camp. I don't really mess with the address. I don't like that area. I don't like their food, da da da. He's like, it's a way better vibe at camp. I'm like, okay, well, we going to the address. You asked and I answered. We going to the address. It's like he was trying to change my mind. Like, yeah, come to camp. Camp is way better, da da da. Mind you, he said he just had moved there from California. How you just moved here not too long ago and already like, oh, I don't mess with that place. I don't mess with this place. Then on top of that, he had a Texas number. Me, from experience, like when out-of-towners move to another state, they don't usually change their number within the first year. Maybe not even 2 years. They keep their like hometown number because you don't ever know. Like maybe they want to move back. Maybe this, whatever. They don't even get bills in their names. They don't register cars like in the new state or none of that stuff. So I'm like, you got a Texas number, is crazy. Like this is when I felt like, oh, you just be saying stuff. You just be lying. He just basically kept saying he going to camp. I'm like, okay, well, we going to the address. Like, I'm gonna hit you up when we come from brunch, because right now we running around, like we running errands. And then on top of that, we trying to talk about you specifically. And you just so happen to have called us. Now you not talking about nothing, so I'm gonna call you back so we can finish our conversation, because this ain't going nowhere and I'm not going to camp. He was like, all right, yeah, let me know so we could kick it. We could do something afterwards and this, that, and the third. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna hit you up. Y'all, fast forward, we ended up missing the address brunch, so we ended up going to Taste Bar and Kitchen. Mind you, Sunday fun day for me, it should end at 8 o'clock. You know, 8 o'clock, no later. But we went to Taste Bar and Kitchen. Then we went to Forgive Me Not after. I got home at 1 a.m., right? So I got home super late. I didn't end up hitting that boy up. Did I name him 6'2"? I didn't end up hitting him up 6'3", whatever. So the next day, it's a Monday. He texted me bright and early. Oh, talk about hitting me up. One thing I keep saying I'm gonna stop doing is explaining myself. Like I be over explaining, and I feel like that's a response from like when I was little. And not even little, y'all. I was probably like a teenager. Just I used to always have to over explain myself, especially when I got in trouble with my aunt. I just used to be like, okay, let me I gotta make her believe me, because I'm not lying to her, because she would always say I'm lying. So I be over explaining still to this day. So I'm like, oh, my bad, you know, I went out last night and I didn't get home till like 1 a.m. and da-da-da, just overly explaining. And he was like, and he, bruh, ignored every damn thing I said damn near. All he said was, oh, okay, when are you free? So I said possibly Friday. Only because, for the simple fact that like I met you that one time outside of the club. We talked on the phone one time. I still don't know nothing about you. I feel like really that's how people be getting gone, linking up with random people off of Tinder and people you just met. Like, no, baby, I watch the ID channel. My antenna's always up, right? So I tell him like, yeah, we could probably, maybe possibly for that Friday, like the Friday coming, mind you, it's Monday. So I feel like in between Friday and Monday, that give us enough time to like talk a little more, get to know each other a little more, like time for me to feel you out. Why people just like to rush right into it? Let me feel you out. You don't like the like slow, like take it slow type of feel of it. You know what I'm saying? No. So you know what this man said to me? Hello? You know what he said to me? He fixed his little lips. Look at how he do. Let me stop. He said, I'm good. I'm good. Like, don't even worry about it, bitch. I'm good. I'm cool on you. You've been blowing me down. You've been calling me, FaceTiming me, texting me. And now you good because I don't want to meet you like the very next day. That's insane. How sassy of you. So that's what I was thinking at the time. Like, this is a sassy man. Just from this. Then you going tit for tat with the phone and the FaceTime. I'm like, yeah, you got that sassy in your assy. Okay, cool. I'm good too. Bullet dodge. Some should be a blessing in disguise. The universe be protecting you from shit you don't even know you need protecting from. So I'm like, okay, I thumbs up the message. That's it. You good, I'm gooder, bitch. Better. You good, I'm better. If you say you good, okay, cool. I don't even thought like maybe I'm just not your little cup of tea. But when you say you good, stand on that. Fast forward a few weeks, I'm still, you know, the weekends, I still own the weekends. I was outside, y'all. I was having so much fun on the weekends. Like, I was like looking forward to the weekends. Now, I be looking forward to the weekends so I can slap my feet in between the sheets and like write down content. But then I was like, yes, we outside. I can't wait. Like, I was itching. I was thirsty. I don't know why I was so thirsty like that. But yeah, so I'm still talking to Chief Keith. And he ended up texting me. He was like, yeah, this Chief Keith, because when he initially texted me, he only sent me the address to the after hours we went to, right? And we was like, we had a little bit of back and forth, but I hadn't talked to him basically since then, right? So I'm like, yeah, he said, this Chief Keith. And I'm like, oh, this is old boy. He immediately adapted. He must have liked that little nickname. He must never been called nothing cute or something. I don't know. Is Chief Keith cute? I don't know. He always got his dreads in his face. And that's how old dude look. He had his dreads in his face. And I was wondering, like, why when we go out with certain people, you always around? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we go here and, oh, you here too. Or we go there and here you is. But it turns out Chief Keef was the cousin of one of the girls from the birthday party. And we was still like talking to her and like linking up with her. So every time we linked with her, that's when I would see Chief Keef. So mind you, I ain't put it together. I'm like, oh, coincidence. Matter of fact, I never even like thought of it. Like every time I see her, I see him. That never crossed my mind. I'm just like, dang, this everywhere. He really be outside too. But that's what it was. There was cousins or something like that. So yeah, I was still entertaining and talking to him. Here we go. Like 2 weeks later, this fool, what happened? Oh, it was like, what was it? Oh, it was actually on my daughter's birthday. So it's my baby birthday, right? And matter of fact, I think he had hit me up before this too. Before my daughter's birthday. Hold up. Oh, you know what? It wasn't even a hit up. He had called. He just used to randomly call me hoping I would answer, I feel like. So mind you, it's my daughter's literal actual birthday. And like after we got done doing everything that we needed to do, like for her and stuff, she was like she wanted some crabs. She wanted me to make her some crabs. So I'm like, okay, cool. We go to H-E-B. I'm up in there getting some crab legs and some corn. I'm steaming her some corn. No, I'm steaming the crabs, bake the corn, right? So not her dad. My phone get to going off in this FaceTime. Somebody FaceTiming me down. And first, you know what's crazy? First, I didn't even realize that was my phone ringing because my phone was in my purse. So I'm like, somebody need to answer that FaceTime, don't it? Girl, then I'm like, oh, is that, pack my purse, is that me? So I get my purse out, I'm like, oh, this her dad because he the only one that like FaceTime me. Besides my daughter and her dad, don't nobody FaceTime me like that. I can count on literally one hand of all the people that I don't FaceTime for real. And how many times would add an extra hand. So I'm like, why is he calling like this? This is crazy. But it's her birthday. So I'm like, oh, maybe he just want to like sit on the phone with her or something. Oh, you know what I was thinking? He like telling me what time he gonna come over because it was like gonna be like a little family thing. So I take my purse out. I take my phone out of my purse and it's like an unsaved number. So I'm like, who is this? Who is this? A number I don't recognize. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna wait until like they hang up the FaceTime because I'm not gonna ignore it or nothing. And then I'm gonna go to the messages and see who it is, right? So the FaceTime call stopped. And then I end up, before I could even go to the messages to check, I get a message. And it was like, are you alive? I instantly replied, who is this? I did one of them replies like WYM, one of them quick replies like, what you mean? Not even looking to see if we have other messages. Boy, when I went through the messages and realized who it was, all I did was scroll up a little bit and see that damn headshot. I said, oh no. I sent the message. I said, who is this? Not even realizing. But as soon as I did, I unsent that message. Because please, I don't got nothing to say to you. I don't want you to say that back.
I don't feel like you standing on business, nigga.
I don't know, maybe like 10, 15 minutes had passed. I'm walking out to the car. I done got all my stuff. We done grocery shopping. I'm out to the car. He ended up FaceTiming me 2 more times. I'm like, man, what? You think if I ain't answered before, I replied before I sent the message so fast. To the point where like I sent just as fast as I sent it, I unsent it. So you know I want to talk to you. So why are you FaceTiming again? It's not gonna make me answer. Your number not saved for a reason. 623, whatever. Like, no. So yeah, I'm getting in the car and I'm just looking at my phone ring. I'm like, what do he have to say? You said you good. Stand on that. You gotta make people stand on that. That's the only way they're gonna learn. I bet you won't try it with the next one. I'm like, yeah, that's it for you. You cut. Who else? Oh, Chief Sosa ended up playing games too. Like, that's a whole nother story. But Chief Keef, at this point, I was still talking to him. I don't talk to him no more. But at that point, I was still talking to him. But I'm like, you know what? Maybe I could do this roster thing. I'm cool, like, you know, but 6'2", you gotta go. But this roster, like, I let one go, I gotta replace that hoe. I'm like, I could really build my roster up. So fast forward, it's like weeks later at this point, and my friend had hit me on a 2-man. But y'all, when I say 2-man, I mean like linking with people and then, you know, like a double date type of thing or a double chill type of thing, you know? But mind you, that same day, we was already supposed to go bowling anyway. So at this point, we had Lotus because we knew we was finna like, our plan was to go drunk bowling because that's always fun. So before that, we went to Lotus to get some food because, you know, ain't no more drinking on an empty stomach. I done cut that out. So at the, when we was at Lotus, one of her guy friends had hit her up like on some, what you doing, like, you know, what you finna be doing tonight, where you at type thing. So she basically like, yeah, me and my friend finna go bowling, this, that, and the third. And he was like, all right, bet, let me slide. You know, I got a friend with me too. So, you know, it could be like a little double, you know, I guess double date. I want to say 2-man so bad, but it's not the right definition for 2-man. It's like, yeah, it's like that, whatever, right? So we were supposed to go to Bolaroy, whatever it's called, y'all. Everybody say it different, and I'm just so confused on how to say it, right? So the first one we go to was in like not Katy, Sugarland. We pull up to the Sugarland location. No, that was not. If you like hip hop, urban type of stuff, don't go to the Sugarland location. Cause mind you, we went on like a Saturday, and the vibes was not giving. So then we ended up going to, I think it was like the Memorial location. I just remember we was in like the Memorial area. So whichever one is closer to Memorial. I hear the music before we pulled up. I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. That was the time that we was on, right? So she hitting them up, like basically we was gonna meet there. And I felt like the person was just like closer to that area anyway, so it kind of worked out perfectly. So we didn't have to wait on them for too long. Cause we was just driving around at this point. Just drive. I was gonna say driving around, but I feel like it ain't never no dry time with us. Even if we just driving around, sitting, talking in the car, we always having a time. Like it's always a good vibe, and I really love that. Oh wait, hold up, let me back up, because when we was at the Sugarland location, we was trying to like figure out everything, because when we got to the Sugarland location, she had already told them before we had got there, like, yeah, we going to this location, whatever. So they was on the way to us, right? So when we got there and we seen like the vibes wasn't our vibe, she had to hit him back and be like, oh no, this ain't it. Like, we're gonna find another one. We're gonna find something else to do. If not, and da-da-da, right? So, I remember at one point she had stepped out the car to talk on the phone, to talk on the phone, right? So at that point, like, I'm just sitting in the car listening to music, scrolling on my phone, right? Just waiting for the move, so we can go to the next location. Man, tell me why 6, 2, or 3, whichever one I called that fool, end up calling me. I'm trying to get her attention. She just on the phone. I'm like, you know what? He ain't even worth nothing to mention. So I end up just, at that point, this is when I blocked. Is this the day I blocked him? I feel like this is the day I blocked him. This is the day I blocked him, because after this, I had actually seen him again when me and my friend went out another time. But that's another story. So yeah, this day I blocked him. Oh, he was so weird when I see him that other time. I just remembered. He acted like he didn't know me. Okay. So when we pulled up to the Memorial location, we outside waiting for them, and we pre-gaming in the car, because I don't think, you know what? We had went in before them, right? They wasn't even there yet. We thought they was, but they wasn't. So we went in before them just to like see how long the wait was gonna be. And I'm glad we did go in there before them, because the wait was like a cool hour, 45 minutes to an hour. So by the time they actually got there, we already had our thing. And we was just waiting for it to go off, right? So, but whole time it was a line, right? So when we first went in there, it was a line. And when we was like inching up closer to the line, we seen they had metal detectors. They patting people down, and she trying to bring the tool in. We trying to sneak a bottle in. We like, oh no, we can't just, this is not the place. Like, we can't do none of the things. And it's like, it's giving, you need your thing up in there. You need your tool in there. But they got a metal detector. They not playing none of them games. Oh, you know why? Because it was actually a shootout at that location. That's why they doing the most like that. And honestly, that's not even doing the most. Yes, protect my safety, please. We just go back to the car. We put the bottle back in the car, and we just like, we gonna pregame until our thing go off. Then we gonna go up in there, cause boom, cause we ain't buying them expensive shots at the bar up in there, right? So that's what we doing. Fast forward, the dudes end up pulling up. Y'all, my friend boo, tall. I'm not giving him no name. He was tall. He was like, I think he is 6'5". And then his friend, y'all, me and his friend, eye to eye, meet to meet, same height. I don't like it. So yeah, I'm gonna call him Shorty. So his friend, so we all get off the car. I got me a drink already pulled up. I think, what was we mixing with, Red Bull or something? Something, whatever. So we get off the car, we talking and stuff. And it was kind of awkward. I always feel like it's a little bit awkward at first, but I'm real, like, friendly. I'm real friendly, talkative. As long as you could give me something to work with, like say something back, you ain't dry and awkward, then, I'm gonna keep the conversation up. I'm just like having fun. I didn't want nothing serious at all. And I told Shorty that, like, yeah, I'm not looking for nothing. I don't want nothing from you. Like, it's cool, I'm a great wingman. When it really come down to it and I need a wingman, you can count on me, unless the vibe's just not there completely. But then still, I'll probably suffer maybe. My friend and her dude had walked off a little bit, and now I'm just like leaned up against my car, and Shorty is talking to me, right? The more we talking, the more I'm realizing like he kind of slapped, And so, I don't know what it is about drunk people and their mouth just getting extra juicy out of nowhere. But I had my cup and we talking, so I'm just, I wasn't trying to flat out just cover my cup like this. But I would rather do that than for you to accidentally spit up in my drink and I don't even know it, then I take a sip and ew. I'm kind of like, you know, pushing it back like, yeah, yeah, that's what's up. Soon it was gonna be all the way back there. Yeah, for sure. So I wasn't even trying to be dramatic like that. I will, but you know, this is your first impression of me. Let me keep it cute. So he was saying something. We was talking and he was noticing that I wasn't drinking my drink, right? So I'm like, you know, I know my limit. I'm finna tip my limit. You know, I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna stop right quick. He was like, nah, drink your drink. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. You know, it's cool. I'm gonna drink it when I feel like I need it. You know, I feel good right now. I'm not trying to go over that. We got a long night ahead of us, so we got a bowl. Don't you want a bowl? He was like, no, drink your drink. Don't waste it. Like just saying little stuff. And I'm like, nah, I've been drinking for a minute. Like I'm cool on it right now. I get back to it. I really should have just put it in the car. So, you know, but he just kept talking and getting closer and closer to me. And then like, you know how drunk people, they have that smell, like it's from their breath. When they extra drunk, it start coming out their pores. But now I'm just, the closer he get to me, I'm smelling his breath. I'm like, oh, nah, I know he done talked over and I definitely don't want it. He's like, drink your drink. Boy, he might not have been doing that, but that's how I interpreted it. Like, come on now. So I ended up putting my drink on the ground because now I just don't want it. I just don't want it at all. And the flow can have it now. So he like, no, pick your stuff up, drink your stuff, pick your stuff up. You wasted, like, don't waste alcohol, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, what you want? He was like, no, I want you to drink it. I'm like, no, I'm cool on it right now. Like, I get back to it later. Let's just continue our conversation. Why is me drinking my drink so crucial to you, right? I don't think y'all understand. It was the point where he was like, no, somebody gotta drink this. Hey, get your friend, she gotta drink this drink. Like, somebody gotta drink this drink. She wasting liquor, da-da-da-da. Like, really talking to my friend. Like, quit bothering them. Let them talk. So eventually he got off the liquor because I made it clear, like, boy, it's not getting drunk, so just chill, just calm down. Like, I don't want to be on your level. So we get to talking. He telling me how he in the military, he on some top secret mission, and I'm just listening like, Everybody in the military always on the top secret mission. I promise you, like, you talk to any dude in the military, they stay on the top secret mission. What's the secret? Hello? What is it? Y'all looking to ban TikTok? Cause what the fuck? So he going on, and he basically, like, he had just moved to Houston. Actually, I think him and his friend just moved to Houston. And he was like, yeah, it's hard meeting people, like genuinely meeting people. So he downloaded Hinge. In my head, I'm like, if you're looking for a genuine connection, why would you go to Hinge? Hello? That's like Tinder. Like, what's genuine about that? I feel like going outside and meeting people in person is the most genuine connection you could get. You know what I'm saying? As far as that. So I'm like, okay. And he was like, yeah, but y'all Houston women are crazy. Y'all are crazy. And I'm just looking at him because he going hard. Like somebody scarred him. And I didn't think he was going to tell me the story about it. So I'm like, well, why you grouping every Houston woman in that category when that was like your only encounter with a Houston woman? And I'm like, well, every woman in Houston is not the same. So I asked him where he from, because maybe you the crazy one. Hello? So he was like, yeah, I don't live in Germany, Japan, and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, okay, that fit, because the military will have you stationed everywhere. I know my aunt was stationed in Germany at one point. So I'm like, yeah, okay. He was like, at one point he was stationed in Georgia. So we just talking, and I'm like, oh, what part of Georgia? I mean, actually, I don't even think I had to ask him what part, because I think there's like only one base. If there's more than one base in Georgia, let me know. But the main one that I know of that my aunt was stationed at, I'm like, oh, was it this, that, and the third? He was like, yeah, it was that. And I'm like, oh, is y'all mascot the whatever? And he was like, yeah, I think so. I don't know about no mascot. And I'm like, did they get rid of mascots? Because I feel like that everybody should know, like, they base station mascot. Maybe they don't have them no more. But back in the day when I was like a little kid, I remember sitting on the mascot. Like, it was a statue, but it was also the mascot. And when I say mascot, I'm not talking about like football, like how somebody, or like high school, how somebody wearing a costume type of mascot. It was just like a statue. I remember sitting on the statue watching my aunt do PT and, you know, stuff like that. It just seemed like he was lying about a lot of stuff. It was just, it was weird. Listen, if you don't talk to a military man, you know that they some of the biggest liars. Why they be lying unprovoked like that, I'll never know. But they be lying. He want to keep circling back to his experience on Hinge, because I'm like, I guess he got to get this off his chest. So he was like, yeah, but y'all Houston women are crazy. Like, picture this. I'm like, yeah, so what base was you stationed at when you was in Georgia? Like, was this your mascot? Yeah, I don't know. But y'all Houston women crazy, though. But I'm like, yeah, I get that. You said that. But when was you stationed there? Like, that's very interesting. And then you lived in Germany too. Like, I had a family member that was stationed in Germany. Da da da. Yeah, Germany was cool. Y'all are crazy. Your Houston women are crazy. Cause he had the accent. I'm like, let him get it off his chest, bitch.
Y'all, pause. I don't know if I was drunk or what, but he was African, right? But his accent was giving, you want sport tea? Like, I don't know. It was giving like when an African lived in the United Kingdom. I don't know. He was giving Harry Potter. I don't know. Maybe I was drunk.
So I'm like, what are you talking? Why you keep saying that? Like, maybe it's you. You don't ever think like, if this keep happening, then it's you, then it's me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, bitch, I know I done been in a lot of crazy ass situations. Some of it is me, because why do you keep putting yourself in this situation? Or why you keep hanging around with these people that be talking about you or doing this to you and da-da-da, just because you want to be around people and you itching to get outside. Like, that's your fault. That's your fault that happened. You know what I'm saying? I can take accountability. So I'm trying to have him take accountability. He's like, no. Y'all are crazy. Get it off the chest, bitch. I'm just letting him talk and maybe it'll come out, because you clearly got a story behind why you keep saying this. He get to going into the story, right? And he was like, yeah, I met a girl off of Hinge and I invited her over to my spot. And when she got there, she was crazy. It was crazy. So I'm like, well, you invited her over to your house. Like, how you didn't catch the vibe that something was off? So he was like, nah, I mean, she was cool over messages and da-da-da, right? So he was like, I invited her over just to Netflix and chill. And I was like, well, you invited her over to Netflix and chill. He was like, no, just strictly to watch Netflix. I know what that means, but just to watch Netflix. Basically trying to say he invited her over on like an innocent tip. I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm saying it like, I ain't scared to tell you, I think you lying, or I don't believe you. So he was like, well, I ain't got nothing to lie for. Like, I wouldn't lie. Like, you know, what do I have to lie for? I just met you, da-da-da, whatever. So I'm like, okay, you right, cool. I still don't believe you, but okay.
Okay, let me retell this part, because knowing TikTok got strict, not TikTok, Lord, I'm having TikTok withdrawals. Knowing YouTube got strict, I don't know why I said the D word so many times. So he was like, yeah, when the girl got over there, she was on like a different type of time. She was trying Netflix and chill for real, and he was just trying to watch TV. He was like, she came in like, I want the D now, you gonna F me, da-da-da-da, I want you to F me right now, right? And he was like, nah, I just wasn't on that type of time, I wasn't on it. But she was like begging for him to F her.
I'm like, damn, so what did you do? What happened next? Because now I'm invested. He was like, yeah, I wasn't with it. Like, when she started doing all that, I got turned off, and I told her I was gonna call her Uber and send her home. And I'm like, cat, because ain't no dude, first of all, ain't no woman finna, I mean, I feel like he was kind of dramatizing the story. Like, it was a little dramatic on his end, but nobody gonna turn away free pussy on a platter. Bye. You can't convince me. Not the way these niggas will fuck a roach and a chicken nugget in a corner. Ain't no way you gonna convince me that you turned that down. So now at this point, I don't believe nothing he's saying no more. Like, I believed you a little tiny bit, but now I'm not believing nothing you say. So he was like, yeah, I had to send her on her way, but she was refusing to leave. I called the Uber. She didn't want to go get in the Uber. I was trying to get her up out of my house by the door. She pushed me upside the door and she was grabbing on me, talking about, you gotta fuck me now, you gotta fuck me now. Like, so I'm like, oh, okay. He was just telling me all this stuff, and I was just thinking in my head, like, you are lying, you are making this up. And then he was like, if she doing all that to me on the first link up, she'll do all that to anybody. And because when I'm doing the do with somebody, I only do it with that one person. And she just seemed like she just give it to everybody, spread it thin, far and wide, all of her hide. I don't know if he seen that and I wasn't believing him or what, but that's when he just started going hard. It's like he got to convince people that he is telling the truth. So he just started going hard like, that turns me off. See, you don't know me. You got to get to know me, because that type of behavior turns me all the way off. Y'all would have to understand. Y'all would have had to be in there. He acting like, yeah, the weenie got teeny and it shriveled up and crawled back inside of him. Like, I couldn't even get rocked up and it just wasn't going to happen. And she just wouldn't accept no for an answer. This whole time he's trying to convince me that he sent old girl home in the Uber drier than the Sahara. And at this point, it had been that hour to 45, right? 45 to an hour. And our things started buzzing off. And they was like, you need to come in like exactly when it started buzzing off. Because mind you, the bowling alley was packed this day. Everybody was up in there bowling. So if we didn't come in, I think we had like, what, 5 minutes or maybe even 2. I'm not even trying to drag it. They was like, immediately, you need to come in immediately. Or they gonna give the area away to first come, first serve, basically. So I'm like, oh, we ain't wait this long for nothing. So I took like another shot and then we went right on up in there. When we get up in there, it's lit as hell. It's more crowded than it was before. We just bowling. We having a good time. I actually vlogged this night. No, he was actually cool though. He was actually cool. He was just very, very drunk. Like, extremely drunk. And then he kept going in and out the bowling alley to the car. And I'm like, at first I'm like, what is he doing? Like, after the first time, I'm like, okay, cool. The second time, I'm like, did he forget something in the car? Third time, I'm like, what's going on? Then I realized, like, oh, he going back and he's sneaking in alcohol. Like, yeah, because he actually snuck his, like, first he was just going back and forth to get his alcohol and, like, take shots and then put it back, right? Oh, y'all know what else? When we pulled up, they had a bottle too, and then they had, like, mixed with Coke or something. So, and then they had, like, a thing of Coke. And they offered her something. I'm like, nah, it's cool, because I don't take stuff from everybody, right? So, when he came back in, and he snuck some alcohol in, because I guess they had patted him down like 4 times. So that was after the 5th time, they was like, all right, then go ahead. So he actually got the liquor in, but it was like the liquor mixed with Coke. So he like, yeah, y'all want to take a shot? Y'all want to take a shot? And he gave it to my friend, and my friend was like, why is it so dark? I'm like, girl, because he pre-mixed that. No, don't drink that. I took that shit, gave it right back to him, because no, if I want to drink it, I'm not going to let you drink it. So he was like, y'all want to take shots? So initially, I was going to go buy us shots at the bar. But then when I went up there, y'all, 4 of us? 4 shots was like $70-something. And then the bartender was like, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's cheaper to just buy the bottle. The bartender trying to sell me the whole bottle, basically. And I'm like, you know what, let me go talk to my friend about it first. So I'm walking away and he walking up to the bar, and I'm like, the shots is like $70-something. Like, you know, that's too much. He was like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get a shot. I'm gonna get everybody shots. Don't worry about it. I'm like, no. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Thank you. But the shots are like $70-something, and I don't think you would. I got it. I got you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So I'm like, okay. So I go over to my friend and I'm telling her, like, girl, she said 4 shots is this much amount and she could sell us the whole bottle. But mind you, we got a bottle in the car that we ain't even finished yet. So what you think? Is it logical? Like what? And basically it was like, no. It was like, no. So I'm like, you know what? It's cool. It's fine. Like, we ain't gotta have no shots. Like, I think I was gonna go just buy us a drink so we could just sip on it, right? I turn around. I'm looking at the bar. He doing something, and I'm just like looking front and looking. I'm looking at my friend and I'm looking at him. I'm looking at my friend and I'm looking at him, cause you know. So he come over and he just handing people shots, and I'm like, dang, you bought shots? You bought shots? And he was like, yeah. So it was cool though. He was like, they was playing good music. He up in there trying to salsa dance. Boy, I'm kind of slapped. Come to think of it, I wouldn't have needed that whole bottle at all, cause I was already on one. It was like a real good time. But shorty was towed up. So by the time it was time for us to go and stuff, they was like, yeah, let's go to this after hours. It was the after hours down West Timer, and I always used to pass it, and I just do not know the name of it because honestly, I didn't know it was popping like that. But they was like, yeah, let's go to the after hours, because when I pulled up, I'm like, oh, this is the beauty empire I always used to go to. So we go to that one. And mind you, I got my Lotus in the car, and me and my friend just in the car dogging our food, just talking about everything that happened. We talking about just the situation with the fake friend, the this, the that, just everything, right? These dudes came up to my car and they tried to talk to us. So we rolled the window down and we talking to them. Mind you, her friend and shorty had got to the after hours before us because we be sitting in the parking lot talking. But mind you though, the bowling place, I feel like the bowling place closed at 2, at least 12. Right? So when we finally got to the after hours after sitting in the car and talking and this, that, and the third, it looked like the after hours was ended. Like, or it was just dry in general. Like, it was more, the parking lot was more packed than I was used to because I just go over there, get my beauty supply stuff and leave. But it looked real dry for after hours. So I'm like, girl, you want to even go up in here? Because it don't look like shit even popping up. You couldn't even hear music from the parking lot. So I'm like, girl, ain't nobody doing nothing. And then we seeing dudes walking in from the parking lot. I'm like, this is not the type of man these are all hood dudes, street dudes, like just the men that I was used to being around that I no longer wanted because I phased out of that. So I'm like, yeah, girl, this ain't even my crowd. I don't like this one. So we just continued sitting in the car talking, right? And then that's when her guy friend pulled up in the car with shorty. Shorty slumped. You know what? It's crazy because my guy friend pulled up right after the boys that walked up to my car and we was talking to them through the window. Right after they walked off and we got their number and stuff, he pulled up. So it's like, was you just sitting there watching them talk to us or something? Because that was crazy. So yeah, that's when he started saying like how drunk shorty was and how he had to pull over and for him to throw up and this, that, and the third. So I'm like, dang, I knew he was gonna get that because of how much he was drinking. I don't know what he had to knock the nerves off, or maybe he was nervous. something. But the way he was ranting and raving about that Hinge experience, I was like, oh, I'm never gonna forget this shit right here. Fast forward, now I'm on the way to drop my friend off, right? And we just talking, we going over everything. So I get to telling her the story that Shorty was telling me about the Hinge date. And she listening, and we lining shit up and piecing it together. Tell me why the girl from the Hinge date is the girl we had went out with like 3 weeks at this point before that. The one that we had static with, and she was making the time weird. It was her. I knew the girl. I was cool with the girl. We was, dare I say, friends at one point. Well, at least I thought we was. In hindsight, we wasn't. But, you know, we was kicking it together all the time. And whole time she was old girl from Shorty's story. I said, no, hell nah, ain't no way. Ain't no way Houston this small. Honestly, it wasn't even a thing about Houston being small though. It was just like, that's another story. I was like, what, bitch, are you serious? Oh, nah, I'm definitely not messing with dude. Cause I would never want her leftovers. Like, I don't want nobody leftovers that I was friends with. Like, you know, it's one thing if you don't know the girl, but it's different when you know you was friends with somebody. So I was like, nah. Then next day, she was just telling me how her friend was saying like, oh yeah, Shorty was like, follow him back on Instagram, this, that, and the third, whatever. And I was like, nah, that's cool. It's cool. I definitely don't want to mess with him because you done spilled the beans that this old girl, man, the one, Well, not her, man. I don't know. I'll be putting men on people. That was not her man.
I don't know how I forgot to tell y'all Shorty was lying. Of course he was lying because the girl has told my friend about their little get down. Yeah. In grave detail. Hello, Shorty, why is you lying? I ain't got no reason to lie to a stranger. You see how men just bullface lie? And a military man at that, I will die on a hill. That military man just be lying unprovoked. Like worse than a regular man. Watch out. Be safe. Goodwill hunting out there and avoid them military men. Hello?
Then that same day, Chief Keef I don't know how he found me on Instagram, y'all. That boy found me on Instagram, maybe for my number. And he followed me and I've seen it, but I didn't follow him back yet because I do it when I feel like it. So I kept getting notifications. Boy, I was choking my throat dry. Let me wrap this up. It was like Chief Sosa followed. Chief Keef follows you. Chief Keef follows you. Chief Keef follows you. Chief Keef follows you. So I'm like, why do I keep getting these notifications about Chief Keef following me? Not the real Chief Keef, y'all. So I go to look and it's like he followed me 1 minute ago, but I was getting the notifications for like 2 minutes straight. So I'm like, is this boy unfollowing and following me to get my attention so I could follow him back? No. He was already acting weird too, like just replying weeks later because he was trying to FaceTime me and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna call you when I get off the phone. I was trying to book a trip at the time. And he was like, all right, bet. So I had texted him the next day, like, my bad, you know, I was booking this trip, da-da-da-da. That boy didn't text me for a week straight. Exactly 7 days later, he responded to my bad. I was trying to book this trip, da-da-da-da. Like, yeah, it's cool. What trip you ended up booking? Oh, you think shit's sweet. Blocked. Actually, you know what? That's not even when I blocked him. I blocked him when he invited me to a kickback. No. That's pretty much it for this story time. I feel like it was everywhere. It's just because so much stuff was happening at that time. And I'm like, I gotta tell it in order for it to make sense or it wouldn't be like authentic, you know? I feel like it would come off like, what? Huh? Confusing. So I know a lot was happening, but that's how I got to tell it. So yeah. Y'all already know the vibes. Like the video, leave anything in the comments. Make sure you are subscribed. Leave anything in the comments. Make sure you are subscribed and notified for when I post. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Bye. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say this. 2 men is not what I thought it was. Hello? Y'all some freaky dickies. I don't like it. And I feel like when I say that, like when I say in my videos, I don't like short men, the few men that watch, ooh, it gets under their skin. Cause they be like, not you putting value on a man based on his height. What about this? What about that? See, this is why y'all claim y'all want a good man, but this, that, and the third. If my one requirement is to be taller than me and I'm 5'1",
5'1.5".
don't come look me in my eye trying to talk to me. Like, sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. I put that on my teas and crumpets go like crazy. Figgy wiggets and biscuits. Cap, Captain Crunch, cap every cap in the book. Every Capricorn, everyone. Like Papa hurt his way like like this. You gonna fuck me now. Like, then we talking about the bowling situation. I'm like, yeah, shorty was fucked up. Shorty this, shorty that. She was like, yeah, he said he feeling you, this, that, and that. I'm like, nah, it's cool. You know, I was just here to wingman. I done did my job. Shorty is yours. That's your problem. That's not your problem, but that's your friend problem. We be on our own time, you know, even if it's 1 a.m. 1 a.m. I remember we popped out at 1 a.m. Like we was leaving the house at 1 a.m. knowing the clubs closed at 2. But it's always something to do. It wasn't like, oh my God, you taking so long, like hurry up, da-da-da, da-da-da. When I tell you this boy sped out the parking lot like a bat out of hell, I don't know why dudes do that and they think it's like impressing women when you out the parking lot. Do y'all think that's cute? Because that is like the most cringiest thing. I feel like I thought that was cute when I was like 21 at the latest. That probably was the last time I even thought something like that was cute. So I was like, girl, what the fuck? He trying to impress you. He trying to bend that corner for you. You see him? Y'all know what I was gonna say? I feel like I tried to put myself out there like as far as dating and stuff, but I really didn't, because you know, I'm not ready to date. I'm trying to heal, boo. Healing is a long process. People be like, oh, I got over it in 6 months. Girl, no, you didn't. You just pushed it to the back of your head and you ain't thinking about it right now. So like, I really be trying to heal. And then I feel like I done met every kind of man. Honestly, I haven't met every kind of man. I feel like I do attract the same type of men. That's why I need to switch it up. I want my next man to be low-key and lame. I don't know what it was about 2023, but I was outside. It's too early to be cussing. I'm sorry, YouTube. Y'all, YouTube getting strict. Getting strict. Okay, they clank, clank, clank. TikTok leaving. YouTube getting strict. Instagram lame. Facebook why? Girl, I can't do this no more. What we gonna do without TikTok? They closing TikTok. They is. Sad. I'm sad. Okay, back to the story. Forgot what I was saying. But yeah, 2023, I was outside. And if you had me on Instagram, you knew. And it was really just like, I only went outside like 1 or 2 days a week. So it was either Friday and Saturday or just Saturday. Sunday through Thursday or sometimes Friday was mommy tea. Like, you know, and I deserved them 2 days, okay? So yeah, I'm outside getting numbers, entertaining, not taking nothing serious. Cause baby, life is game. No, it's not. Why did I say that? It kind of is, but just don't take life too serious is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I had my eye on this one dude. Mind you, I knew him for years. I've known him for years. And he was like hitting me up, telling me certain things. But it's like, you will only do it if you have something in your system. You know what I'm saying? Like you had to be on your level to tell me. And I'm just like, okay. I'm not trying to say too much, but I felt like that was weird. And I'm just like, but you know what? After a while, I did start being like, maybe I could talk to him. Like, you know, maybe this, maybe that, right? So we started talking. Fast forward, though, he turned out to be another. Oh, look, it got a feature where you can pause. Hold up. I found out upgraded. I'm sorry, I had to get that off my chest. Look, it's a tear. Hold on, can I get it? I didn't get it. I'm sad. Okay, back to the story. I deserved them. Yeah, because I even had an incident where I met a dude, ignored him, like, you know, it played him to the left. Then I ended up seeing him like 2 weekends later when I went out, and we was on a completely different side of town. It was very weird. Sorry, this hair is itching my ear. Oh, you know what? That's what I was gonna say. I'm telling the story way too fast, and I keep looking around and stuff because I know I'm forgetting something. I'll be like, my brain be moving faster than my mouth sometimes, or my mouth be moving faster than my brain. I don't know what else. The dude that I was talking about, that I was telling y'all about in the beginning that I like, he did not go outside. Like, he went to dinner. Like, he went outside sometimes, but not really. So I noticed he started going outside. And I'm like, not you telling me I go outside much and you outside. I ain't never see him outside though. But one night he had hit me up late. And he was like, what you doing, where you at, type thing. And I'm like, nigga, do you know what time it is? I did not want to go out this night. Nyla was gone. My daughter was gone. She was with her dad. I'm in bed slapping my feet between the sheets because it's 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock watching the Parkers. And he, what you doing, where you at? I've been trying to catch you outside. I've been trying to get you outside for I don't know how long. But the one night that I didn't want to go outside, here he come. So I was just like, nah, I'm cool. I'm chilling. I'm inside tonight. Like, nah. Because it's like, by the time I got ready, it probably would have been 1 o'clock in the morning. By the time I would have got ready and actually got to him, 1 a.m. What we doing at 1 a.m.? We ain't fucking. Huh? Is that what you look? We ain't fucking. Girl, when I tell you I'm not risking my damn near 3 years. Has it been 3 years yet, girl? Because it feels like 7 years. My 7 years of unsolicited celibacy, because I ain't asked for this shit. I just haven't found somebody that I want to mess with on that level. But I'm not doing it. I've been going strong. Even my rose died. I've been going strong for a full year. Even without it. Girl, please, I need an award because I'm starting to see out my ears and hear out my mouth. Like, I should. But yeah, so I'm like, oh, not. So yeah, after that, he started acting funny. And I'm like, it's cool because you already showed me that you was lame. Now, really, you just played yourself to the left because I really would have, yeah. He really could have, yeah. But it's like niggas be talking and acting their way out of the cool cat. Because it's like you don't even know you could get it. You don't even know. All you gotta do is act right for a little bit. A little bit. Who called me? And you could have got it. I'll be back. Girl, the delusions go crazy. Because I don't know what I thought I was looking at. And it's like nobody told me this boy was... I think about men, I just be like, my rose will never... Oh, my ex is on the way. Nala! Nala! You charged the phone? Yeah, I charged that phone. Hey, Ruby, your daddy on the way. Put some clothes on. Get his phone. He left it so I could charge it. I don't know why he couldn't take it home and charge it, but he on the way. So put some clothes on, get your phone, get some night clothes, and yeah. No, I'm not finished yet, and I can't stop, won't stop. Rockefeller Records, cause we get down, baby, we get down. Girls, they love. You sure can. Nala. Nala. Yes. Do you be sick of me? No. Do I get on your nerves? No. How you feel? Am I annoying? No. Don't say it just because the camera on. You can tell me how you really feel. The camera's on? Yeah.
Well, I still gonna say no. Well, sometimes you get on my nerves.
Oh, what I be doing?
Nala! And then I say yes, and then you be like, Nala!
That means you just come here. Hello? Okay, you know what?
Across the room.
I'm not gonna do you like that because my aunt used to do me like that. I feel like all black parents used to do that. They be like, so-and-so. And you be like, huh? Hello? Hello? And they don't say nothing. So that means come here though. So I can understand because I used to hate that so bad. I used to hate that so much. So I'm gonna stop doing that to you.
Okay, thank you. Just tell me across the room, and if you need me to come here, just say come here, okay?
Okay, booby.
One time I almost messed my room up.
Why?
Because. You know why?
Because what?
Because you kept on yelling Nala, and I was saying yes, and I almost raged out.
You know, sometimes I do yell Nala, but usually I be like, no! And she know that's for her. No! Hey, your shirt on backwards.
Yeah, I know.
Did you sleep in that shirt?
Yeah.
Girl, take that shirt off. That's a fit. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me help you. Hold on. I'll be back, y'all. I could really do this. I could marry a lady. I could. But then I'd be like, nah, we gonna be fighting. We gonna be up in there throwing elbows. Throw them balls. Nah, bitch, I can't do it.